Hi, I'm Rockdoor44, and this is my vanilla survival series, Agony and Ecstasy. And right now, we are at the village that I found a few episodes ago. And what I did off camera was fence this area in, light it up, and make sure no mobs can get in and no villagers can get out. That guy spawned on a tree, or he fell into the tree. But either way, he's been sitting up in a tree for a while. Anyway, I'm standing atop a pillar of coal ore because I need to mine, or I was down in the mines, and I used my Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up some of this ore just to do it quickly. And now I need coal to smelt all the things and make torches. So I pillared up here so we get a good look around at the village. It's a decent size. It's not huge. What I'm going to do later on is get villagers to breed here, and I'll use this as sort of like my villager farm. Or at least it's going to be an early version of a villager farm. I'm not going to have any crazy contraptions right away, because first we have the agony of playing with villagers, the old-fashioned way. And then we have the ecstasy of getting the villagers to breed for us at will. But until then, we're just going to enjoy playing this game at sort of a casual pace and just have some fun. So as you can see, this town is completely fenced off. No mobs should be able to get in from outside. No hostile mobs. No peaceful mobs either. But there are a few spaces where there's a 1-block gap. And if I was to run down here and jump over, I can make it back into the safety of the town. Even here, I could run, jump over this gap. But no mobs, as far as I know, can span that distance. And we did this not only for creepers and zombies to attack us or our villagers, but also against raid parties. Sometimes, I don't know the spawn rates, but sometimes they'll just sort of wander in through your section and see you and start shooting at you, and I don't want my village to be raided. So we at least have a preliminary kind of defense system, but we'll really address any other issues once we come across that problem. I've also been cutting down trees that have been in the way of the border of the town border here, so that got me quite a bit of wood that I needed to make all these fences. And I needed to go mining to find coal for all the torches, because there are a lot of torches up here. Some of the path generation was kind of funky. So, for instance, this little lump of ground, there was a path on top, but there's nothing up there. So I made a little tunnel to go through here, so it's a little bit easier for me to get around town. And you see this little lump. There's nothing up here except a path that dead ends right here, and a path that starts over there. So I was going to make this just a big mountain or like a big hill and have the path go up here and down around there. But I kind of like this arrangement better. We came here, we protected the tunnel, or we protected the town, lit it up. So I think we deserve a name. So this is Rock Tunnel. Rock Door Tunnel. Yeah. So there, I trapped a couple villagers in here because they seem to be hanging out in their little hot tubs, but are cold. So I just put this wall of logs around them to protect them. That was early in the series, or in this village, when it wasn't all lit up. At nighttime, I sort of wander around, and I haven't seen any mobs spawning inside the village limits, so that's a good thing. And as you can see, here's my just a simple way down, I have all the stairs going straight down to level 12. I'm trying level 12 for this mine, because if diamonds, if this was level 16, diamonds will spawn at this level. Well, let's do this differently. If diamonds would spawn at this level with the red, then we need to dig at this tunnel height so we can see anything in the ceiling. So this is 16, this will be 15, this is 14. We're digging away 13, so we have to stand on 12. So that's my whole idea of doing it that way. While we were down there, we found some caves. We got some iron. I needed to get a little more experience because I upgraded my sword. Got a sharpness 4. It's very handy. I also found I enchanted a power 2 book, so I put that on my bow. And I made another diamond pickaxe and combined it with this one to make as I used it up last time, I was mining and looking for resources. So I found it was cheaper. It was going to take 4 diamonds to upgrade it, or 1 diamond pickaxe, which is only 3 diamonds. So I went with that. So what I've been doing is smelting this iron, trying to get my levels back up. And that is all the iron we have, which is quite a bit. I mean, for our operation. Oh, we also found 2 diamonds. For a quick down mining for some coal, we got some pretty good stuff. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to leave this stuff here, and we're going to travel back to our main base. We're going to take this little path right here. I suppose I could put my, see, this is where we are, down at that bottom corner. And I made so many fences. I didn't make any fence gates because I wasn't sure where I was going to put the gates. And I'm still not sure. So I'm not going to chop any of these out. What I'm going to do instead is put a dirt block there and just sprint and jump over the fence. It's not ideal. It's not super secure. But it's good enough for the way I play. And this way I could jump over this way. And, well, it's getting dark, so maybe we better sleep before we go on our little journey. Just trim a couple of these leaves away. Oh, I guess I could just escape that way, can't I? That's better. Yeah, I can just run out that way. Or hop up this way. Yeah. That'll work just fine for now. My little sleeping station is over here by the pumpkins. I just made my bed orange, not for any particular reason, but it happened to match with the pumpkins. So this is where I set up my little shop workstation. Oh, and there's nothing really of importance in here. This is just stuff that I gathered here. A few things I brought with me from the base. Which makes me think I should probably drop off that. I can probably drop off this. We can make some torches. We want 16 torches because 16 torches will make 1 full stack if we shift click, and it goes right there. Okay, let's get back to home, back to our main house near our spawn shack. I want to get back to our spawn shack. I left a little boat here as I needed to get some oak that was over that way, so I went and I chopped down a few oak trees. I replanted the saplings. And this is the path that I made all the way to the village. It takes about half a day to walk this way. This is the bridge over that little river. It's kind of a cool little something quick. I didn't want to do this on camera because I was really kind of figuring it out as I went along. And this, I think, is going to be my style. We'll try something little kind of realistic, with the stone abutments. Maybe we need to reinforce that area with a little bit of stone. So it's kind of realistic. You know, this is just a light traffic bridge, so it's just got wood. And, ooh, let's go down here and smack this guy. Oh, well, we can at least pick up his ink sac. Is there another one? Oh, there is another one. Is that zinc? Yeah, cool. Free ink sacs. Anyway, this is going to be my style. It's a light use bridge, but it does sort of span a good distance. It's 20-something blocks, 20, 30 blocks. So it needed to be not just a plank across the river. You know, we're not crossing a creek. So that's what it looks like. I think it's going to be better than jumping across a dirt block bridge or something along those lines. And it gives us something to look at during our travels to and from home. This bridge sort of still needs some work because, as you can see, it's just wood slabs. We'll get to that later. Inspiration hasn't really struck me for that one. Maybe it will in the future. It probably will in the future. You know, usually inspiration comes for everything. You just have to not rush it. Just let it be. Oh, speaking of bees, we got a little bee up there. Doesn't know which flower. I know, they both look so good, don't they? A little stinger. Cutie. So we're just going to run down here. We're just past noon or we're just before noon. I don't think I've been sprinting that much. I've just been walking along at a normal kind of pace to get an idea of how long it takes. And I figure this will just be a good time to walk and talk about this little path and, you know, making things in Minecraft in general. I used to make, well, first of all, I've been playing for about 6 years. My first Minecraft exposure, I suppose, was my boss told me how much his kids liked it, and he sort of explained the mechanics of the game, and it was really interesting. So I checked it out. By checking it out, I mean I watched some other people's videos, and yeah, it was amazing. How you had to work for your resources, how you could shape the land, how you could basically play without borders. Like, this world goes on pretty much infinitely, or for all intents and purposes, it'll goes on for infinity. So we could do whatever we wanted. If we didn't like it here, or if we screwed it up, quote unquote, then we can go somewhere else to play. And that was Java. And then my laptop, Microsoft kept asking me if I wanted to upgrade to Windows 10 for free, and because the date was approaching where they wouldn't be offering it as free anymore. I want to get some of these pink flowers while I'm over here. So I upgraded to Windows 10, and little did I know, that made me have to start playing Minecraft on Windows 10, or so I thought. I was a little bit wrong with that, but either way, I was playing Minecraft Bedrock Edition, which was very good. It was a lot smoother. The laptop I had wasn't very powerful. Man, it looks so cool. Well, I added some lighting above our farm, some little jack-o'-lantern lights, so we get the middle of the crop plot to grow. Anyway, Bedrock was great. I played that for probably 4 years, and I just recently built a computer that I could run Minecraft Java on, so I could finally implement all these things that I've been learning about on YouTube, watching other people play. Oh, look at that. How cool. See, like, that kind of stuff. Just love those little Minecraft moments. Just seeing a dolphin burst through the water. It's fantastic. I've also done a little bit of work on the house. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it sort of gives the impression of a portcullis, except to come down 2 more blocks, you would have to stick up 2 more blocks, and that ain't happening. Maybe it's kind of like a garage door where it magically folds up inside. Out the back here, we haven't done too much. We've added some awning to our little, I guess, balcony out here. We just use carpet, and carpet only can be placed on top of things. So here, where it wasn't really over anything, I had to place down string. And you put down string just like you put down any other block. It's very hard to see, as you can see right here. You can probably see that little white line right there. That's the string. But it's not too obtrusive. You barely see it. You look out here. All you're going to do is check out your farm, see if there's any bad guys out here waiting for you. That's our little exit one way, and our little entrance goes around that way, kind of like underneath those stones. And one important step that I made to our quality of living, i.e. one step in the ecstasy direction, is this little contraption right here. This allows me to take all this extra vegetable matter, this vegetation, all these vegetables, all the seeds, anything I don't want, and I can put it in this composter. And what this composter does is, after it receives so many items, it sort of fills up. You see there that little brown and green and light tan sort of color. That level goes up to the top, and then once you put in more parts, more things, it'll disappear. And this hopper right here sucks the item out of here, which is bone meal, and puts it into this chest. Now, this bone meal can be used for lots of different things. It's very handy. I used it over there to get some more of these dandelion flowers to make the orange dye for our bed. And it just gets rid of all that extra junk that we were accumulating here, namely seeds. So many wheat seeds. Oh my gosh, so many wheat seeds. Don't know what to do with them all. So we compost them and turn them into something useful. Now this hopper on top and this chest, what I can do is I can put in a chest full, or I can fill up this whole chest. I can fill it all up with seeds, and the hopper will suck all those seeds and everything else out of this chest, and it'll automatically put it in here. So I can effectively just load this thing up with a whole chest full of stuff, and I can just walk away. I'll come back later, and I had like 53 bone meal. I decided to make a blue bed because, I had some lapis. So that's a huge step. Like the agony of going through it all, what to do with everything, and the ecstasy of having a kind of an automatic thing. Hey guys, that's our first automatic redstone kind of like machine. I've also been breeding up the sheep. I'd like to get 16, at least 16, and maybe a few more. So we might have to call the herd in a little bit. The pigs, I've been breeding them up as well. I only had 2 to start out with, so it took a little while to get that third one. And then I bred up these 2, another one, to get 4. So I should probably go over there and breed them up. The cows have been, I think, at a steady number. I think I did breed them up once, just because they were getting a little thin. And it would have taken a long time to get any amount of leather or beef that I needed. So I bred them up one more time. So we probably have about 20 there. Maybe 20 there, 20 there, and 4 there. So, a decent amount. Now that it's getting dark, I can sleep here. I can set my spawn point. And just like that, it's daytime. Now, this is just an idea. These are the materials that I have available to me. That's why I'd like to make this out of concrete, but I don't have concrete. I'd like to make it out of more exotic woods, but these are the woods that I have. So I think the starter house, this little spawn shack, is going to have, or it's going to be made of materials that I just have. Maybe we'll make some birch things here. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't even know what those things are. They're sort of like eyeballs, though, aren't they? It's just meant to be sort of like a modern kind of house. Something that's more useful. It's definitely more functional than aesthetic. But it also has, like, is clean, kind of modern. Like, I added some blue glass to some of the places to give it a little bit of color. These lumps of wood represent kind of like different crafting stations. This is kind of like my workshop, I'd imagine. Nice big windows. You have a nice view to look around and get inspired by, all the different things that we find. Speaking of finding things, I need to go off in that direction. I haven't explored that direction nearly enough, so we'll check that out soon. But these are going to be all the crafting stations that I have, or that are available to us. Maybe we'll put some double chests in here, maybe put some double chests over here. But from this spot, or thereabouts, this spot or this spot, I can reach all of these things from this space. So that makes it really efficient for me. If I just grab whatever items I need from some double chests here and some double chests here, then I can click on that workstation and just get to work. And I can put things back, and I can work on this craft station, put stuff over here. And so this is my idea. It's not quite done yet. As you see, I need a roof. I don't know what kind of roof I want yet. Something interesting. This cobblestone is probably going to disappear. It's just a sort of a placeholder. I'm going to put bricks for the structure, and then these sort of stone slabs or stone blocks. What are they called? Smooth stone blocks, which are crafted by just taking cobblestone, you cook it, and you make stone, and then you put the stone together and you make these smooth stone things. Or maybe that's how you make bricks. Smooth stone, maybe you have to cook the stone into smooth stone. Maybe that's how you do it. But anyway, the bricks are kind of like the structure. Cobblestone is just like an idea, a placeholder. The smooth stone blocks are sort of the design texture, like the siding, if you will. It's got some structure-ness to it, but it doesn't hold things up like bricks do. Bricks, you see, like, it's like a big brick platform or stone brick platform that I built everything of this house on top of. So it's sort of even the wood, like the wood sits on the pillar. Like the wood could come all the way down, but I didn't want it to be so big that it would block your view. So I'm trying this style. If anyone has any comments about it, I think it looks pretty cool. Most of all, it functions well. And it's everything that we can make. Like, it's pretty easy early game to make something simple like this. There are a few sort of areas where I didn't know exactly what to do, and I still don't know. But I liked how the stairway sort of stuck out half of the room and went up this way. And I like kind of how this stone or the glass sort of encloses it. But I don't like how this sort of is open in the bottom. So we'll do something about that in the future. And we'll put some more glass panes along here to enclose this. And maybe we'll wrap it around. But I kind of like the modern open feel to it. It lets in a lot of light. And it allows us lots of space just to move around. Now this down here is going to be my spawn point. I love how bouncing on the beds makes you jump up and down. Down here is going to be sort of like you run in real quick, fall asleep, maybe do a little bit of simple crafting. We'll have a little bit of storage over here for like current projects, and this will be like a room that's in flux. It's constantly changing. We'll put a bunch of wall storage here if we need to for a certain project, and we'll gather all the stuff that we need, or we'll make signs and we'll write signs all along here to see or to remind us what to do. Now, it's nothing real fancy. I'm gonna get some doors. I think I want iron doors because I think the iron doors will just look better. Maybe we'll do spruce doors or something. I don't know. We have time to play around with that. When I made this bridge here, oh yeah, I didn't even show you guys this bridge over here. You probably can't see it that well. This bridge here, I wanted it to look good because it was leading right into the house. And I decided to come in at this level because it was kind of logical. As you come down that path, you go down steep to the water, or you come up a couple of steps to this bridge. I had to raise up this little area, but it still works because you can walk up on this little lip and you get a little bit better view. Down here, if I didn't put these slabs in, or these stairs or whatever they are, blocks, and put these as slabs, then the fence would be in our way. We'd be looking out this little tiny window. But now we could get out here quite nicely and look around. And this came in handy because just the other day when I was building this bridge, a patrol snuck up on me, and I heard them humming and hawing, and as soon as I heard the crossbow get loaded, because it's kind of like a stretchy sound, I turned around, I saw them, I blocked this entrance up, and I ran through here, and I came up here and I watched them, and they wandered that way. They wandered around there, right up on top of this little hill, and they sort of bobbled around in the water for a little bit. Then they came around here, and then I didn't see them. So I think they just despawned. I don't think they went anywhere, but they were definitely moving from this direction on to that direction, which is says towards X, facing east. So they were going from west to east. So maybe in the future we'll have to trek west, and does that mean we'll run into a patrol hideout thing? What's it called? I can't think of the name right now. Hopefully, because that'd be cool to find one of them. And this is the entrance, to the spawn shack. It just comes in conveniently right here. I didn't have to move anything. There's one block that separates that staircase. There's one block that separates this staircase, and it wouldn't have fit here. Well, I guess it would have, because it's only too wide. But anyway, I fit it over here. This seems to line up much better than anything else. And just made it rather simple. I wanted it to be kind of neat to look at, so I put these chiseled stone blocks in. And in the middle, I didn't want it just to be a plain flat bridge, so I just did this to make it a little bit more, give it some more dimension, some more texture to it, Where am I pointed? Here we go. So I think it's a pretty decent looking bridge. I mean, it's not going to win any awards, but it's kind of cool. It's got some detail to it. I'm still working on learning how to use or how to build things, but we got a nice little palette. Yeah, some block variation there, stone bricks and stone stairs and all kinds of stuff. Capped it off. We lit it up. I think it looks pretty good. Not too bad for my first try, right? Well, it's not my first try. It's kind of like the first big build of this season, because I built this one first, this bridge, and then I built the other wood suspension bridge later. This house isn't done yet. We'll see how that's really going to turn out, if it's going to be any better or not. And then back here, I haven't done anything really down there. I did go mining a little bit. I took the water out of the chicken pen, so now the chickens are free to come in and out, and I killed a bunch of them because there were so many of them. I popped a hole right in here, and I made a little enchanting area. So this is the enchanting table, and what you want to do is you want to build it. You want to put it down, then you want an air space, and then you want a ring of bookshelves all around the outside. Now, ideally, that includes these 3 blocks here, and I even believe the corner blocks will get the effect of the bookshelves. What effect? Well, the more bookshelves you have, you see how it like sucks in little letters and symbols? These bookshelves give this enchantment table power. So if you put something in here, now I can get a level 30 enchantment with just 9, 3, 6, 18 bookshelves. 3, 6, 6 and 6 is 12, 6 and 12 is 18. So just with 18 bookshelves, there's nothing in the corners, even if down there's nothing at the very bottom. I just put some lighting back there so it glows and it looks kind of cool. I can get level 30 enchants. I don't have 30 levels, but I can always enchant books, and I got a protection 1. Now if I get another protection 1, well, you know what? We'll get to that later. I think this has been a pretty long video, and we'll just run around out here, out back, while I say goodbye. And we'll take a look at this thing. It's kind of cool. Can I do anything? Yeah, I've got like a bunch of potatoes. So what I'll do is I'll put the potatoes up here in the chest. You see the numbers start to go down. They go through this hopper. See, it's sucking one in and putting one out. And then it goes in here, and I don't know if you can tell, but the level rises and then it's gone. And this hopper takes out the bone meal from the composter and puts it right here. So see, we just made 3 pieces of bone meal. That is wonderful. That is ecstasy right there, my friends. That's one step in the direction of ecstasy. We still have a long way to go, believe me. Well, that's about it. That's my update. I'm going to go off camera and do a bunch more work maybe on the house, maybe on the village. Maybe I'll just kind of do some mining, or maybe I'll explore around a little bit. Like I said, we haven't checked out this area over here, so maybe we'll check that out in the near future. So this is Rockdor44 saying thank you for watching this series and for letting me know what you think. I'll see y'all later. Bye.